Ms. Chase, from an entrepreneur's perspective, you're here representing thousands and thousands of smaller companies out there now looking at this decision or this potential resolution that that the Republican majority is thinking of promulgating. What do you think would be the impact in terms of how the venture capital industry, other investors will now view these thousands of companies that are in this space trying to innovate using the Internet?
If the venture capitalists think that I can't compete because I can't pay for special access or I might be stymied by special rules, clearly they wouldn't invest in us.
Okay, and how many companies are in this space? I don't mean competing against Zipcar, but I'm talking just the companies that are dependent as smaller startups.
We know if we think about innovation and job creation, we know that startups are the ones that have created all the jobs in the last 10 years, or 75% of them. So I would say significant numbers of them.
Okay. Now, this hope that the antitrust laws could be used. If you're Zipcar, how long would it take, and how much would it cost Zipcar to use the antitrust process? And what is the likelihood that your vindication would be posthumous from a corporate perspective if a court ultimately did render a favorable decision?
You've made a very good point that without a body such as the FCC to whom I can turn, who can protect me, as a small business, you never sue anybody. You can never enter into that at all.
Right, and I agree with that. That's a false promise, false protection, because the antitrust law is clearly for smaller companies, and 80% of all new jobs in America are created by smaller companies, and a disproportionate number of them are now created by companies dependent upon the Internet. So that's where our job creation comes from. And this is a huge decision that the Republicans are now making, intervening into a marketplace where AT&T says they can live with the rules, Comcast says they can live with the rules, and the smaller Internet companies are all saying that they can live with the rules.